Looks great.
Something else that was bothering you.
Uh-oh.
Which this is an unbelievable transition.
Side note.
Oh, thank you. We're sitting at Brother Bill and sister-in-law Liz.
Yes.
Salvo's place,
Yes.
right? Your neighbors.
Yep.
And we're sitting on the couch and we're having a beverage. It's we're out. It's good. Families are around. And Dave just keeps looking at me. He's like, "Listen, we gotta switch these couches around. They're driving me crazy." They got the short one on the long side.
The love seat, in my opinion, was on the opposite side that it should be on.
Yes.
They had the full size couch, which is a 3-4 seater, and then the love seat. So I constantly was telling Mike, we got to switch this.
How many times? Be honest.
Probably 6 times, right?
Yeah, at least 6.
Right? I think
He'd have like a thought in his head, and he'd be talking to me, and then he'd be like, "We gotta switch these couches."
She'd walk outside with the dog or something, or go in the other room. I'm like, Mike, now's the time. Let's switch it. They're easy to move. Obviously, Mike and I are incredibly strong men.
Unbelievable.
So I said, Mike, let's just do this. So we do it, and at first she was like, no. And we always go back and forth because anytime I go in their house, I give her a hard time.
She was screaming when we did it initially, and I'm
we were
like,
saying asinine. That is asinine.
I threw you under the bus. I'm like, Dave made me do it. And I walked away.
Yeah.
And then Manny, who was there, jumped in with Dave and backed you up like you guys been friends forever.
Yes.
Give him a lot of credit.
Yep.
Shout out Manny.
Yes.
But Dave, when you press Dave on something, she started going at Dave. I mean, keep in mind, it's Alyssa's house.
Yes, it's her house. I'm completely out of line here, so don't think that you're going to invite me over and I'm just going to move your couches. This is specifically...
You look like a guy who goes in people's house and moves couches.
Specifically between Alyssa and myself. We have an ongoing joke, but it really has been bothering me, so I thought I was doing her service and making her house look better.
So they're going at it. I'm hiding in the corner like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm talking to Brother Bill, and Brother Bill's like, it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. And then, the whole room gets away from their conversations and starts weighing in on what looks better.
Looks better, yes.
Dave's, she's going at Dave, listen, at least I don't have my 1,000-point basketball in my office.
In the magazine.
In my magazine, 30 under 30, killing them. Hilarious. So then Dave starts going back. He's like, listen, your interior decorating, mediocre at best. It was unbelievable. Long story short, Dave's moving everything. Like they're moving side tables.
Just the couches and the side tables, all right?
But at the end of the night, she's like, I'll be honest, it looks better.
It looks much better.
So sometimes you need the tough love of Dave Regina. It was one of the funniest parts of the night, and I was cracking up. You guys are like a married couple that banters, but you're neighbors. It's so fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of love between us, but we just love going back and forth.
It's
and
hilarious.
just making fun of one another. But, Alyssa, love you to death.
Yeah. Can we talk about the signs real briefly? Because I want to touch on that. The signs with all the words.
So, first, let me preface it. This is an interior decorating thing. You have 2 types of people, in my opinion. You have minimalists that don't really put much on the walls. Maybe a picture, a picture with a word or 2. And then you have the other side of interior decorators that just love words everywhere.
Yeah.
Live, laugh, love. This is the place I call home, and for this we are forever grateful for it. Lakeside.
We're gonna get in so much trouble from the few women viewers we have.
It's the truth, right?
Yeah.
Like my mother-in-law, she is a beautiful interior decorator.
Yes.
But on her stairs, going up the stairs, she's got about probably 13 stairs that go up. It says, "Bless our home with love and laughter" on each thing. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
But there's 2 types of decorators. You have people who do the words and people who don't.
My lovely wife is one of those that puts a lot of words in the house. And listen, I've given up on the argument. If it makes you happy, I don't really care enough. Yeah. But I was internally I was externally laughing when you were reading all of them and saying, like, it's like a book, a dictionary here. Yeah. I was dying.
It's my 10 pages.
10 pages. Yeah. That's where he got them.
Yeah.
If you lived in that house, you'd never be able to read because it's 10 pages every time you walk around.
And it's all it's all positive stuff, though, so it is very uplifting. But it is funny when you go around and you're like, oh, my God, this is a word, right? So that's all it was. It was out of love, though.
When someone riles you, you were very similar in the sense, when someone riles you up, it's very hard to slow. You're like an Energizer bunny.
And don't laugh. If I tell a joke and somebody laughs, it's on.
That's the problem, because when I'm with you,
it's an igniter.
Yes, because we egg each other on. It's like that. Yes. There's a movie you don't watch. It's Mike and Dave go to a wedding or something. Mike and Dave need wedding dates.
I have to watch that. I haven't seen it, but
there's a point where they yell at each other. We don't rile each other up, and they're screaming with each other to parents. It's us. But
wait,
anyway,
so are you a word guy or are you not a word guy?
I'm not a word guy.
Not a word guy.
Well, if I walk around a house and it looks like a toddler show where it's like home, nap, You know, it's not for me. But you know what it is?
Coffee
It
jar.
overwhelms me.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I don't like to read.
Right.
You know, I'm not 10-page Dave. I'm an audio guy.
Yeah, audio guy. Just play it when you walk in.
Exactly.